All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, so I had somebody ask me about this fight. They wanted to know my thoughts and if this fight was real. And I said, oh, yeah, it's real. This rematch is going down. I know I talked about it a few months ago, but the fight was still in the works. They weren't sure if they were going to make this fight. But now that Juliana Pena is getting her rubber match against Amanda Nunes, they went on and locked this fight in. And this fight is actually taking place in 2 weeks. It's taking place May 20th. Raquel Pennington and Irene Aldana too, So yeah, this rematch is going down at this point. But yeah, my quick thoughts on this one. Like I said before, not much has changed from the last video. I don't really think this is a necessary fight. It's not really a necessary title eliminator because in my opinion, it's kind of a pick 'em at this point with these two. They both are different looks for Amanda at this point. They both kind of earned their title shots, so they could actually just line up and be next for Amanda, just like that. They don't really have to fight each other. They could have went before Juliana Pena, in my opinion, because Raquel Pennington is number 2 right now, and she's on a 5-fight win streak. That's pretty good, right? 5 fights in a row that she's won, and a couple stoppages in there too. So, I think Raquel Pennington, in a way, has done more than Juliana Pena to earn that rerun against Amanda Nunes. See, Rocky fought Amanda Nunes like 5-6 years ago, and I know the fight looked bad, but we don't know how this fight could look again, right? I'm just saying, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. But for Juliana Pena, after looking at that rematch, that second fight with Amanda Nunes, she could have done well to take on a different fight, a different fighter, a different look, and work on some things, because again, like, her beating was almost just as bad as Raquel Pennington's was. I mean, she got in her licks, and she got Amanda Nunes good in some moments as far as some damage, but Amanda Nunes was never in trouble in that fight. And Juliana Pena almost came out looking like Rocky in that fight, a bloody mess, So I think she would have done well to go on and take somebody else on, like a Holly Holm or Irene Aldana instead, to build up herself and let Rocky get the other shot. Or just step aside, take on somebody else, and let Irene Aldana get that shot, because Irene is in the top 5. She's number 5, and she would be a different look for Amanda. She's 3-1 in her last 4 fights, a couple good knockouts, and styles make fights. Irene Aldana could have that style that could pull off the upset against Amanda Nunes. You never know, right? She's got that accuracy and that boxing ability, right? So I think at this point, people just wanted to see something different. And to me, like I said, I wanted to see Pena go off and, build up herself, improve before she get that fight. These two right here didn't really need to run it back. I know the first fight was close, but I think they have done enough in their separate ways, to get their title shots at this point, But looking at this fight now that it's happening and it is a title eliminator, I'm glad it is a 5-round fight. Didn't really need to be a main event. It could have been a co-main event, but I do like that it is a 5-round fight because I do think that title eliminators should be 5-round fights, and that's the best way to prepare fighters, which I'll probably talk about in another video. But this time around, I'm hoping that Irene Aldana is a little bit more of a dog in there, and she takes a few more chances. It could be a boxer versus boxer type of match because Irene, she's got the solid boxing, beautiful left hook. She can fight off the back foot. Raquel Pennington, I think she's a pretty slick boxer as well. I think her boxing skills are underrated sometimes. I don't think people give them enough credit for the way she throws that jab. She can throw it to the head into the body, very slick, and she'll come over the top with the right hand. And whenever things start to get thick, she can shut it down and neutralize you with that clinch game. You know what I mean? So I want to see if Irene Aldana has an answer for the clinch game. I want to see if she does have an answer for the jab. If that jab comes over, I want to see if she can time Rocky and maybe set up something to the body, go up top with the left hook. So it's going to be Rocky's jab versus Irene Aldana's left hook in this fight, I believe. I think Irene Aldana definitely has a good body game as well. When she throws that left hook to the body, she'll come up top just like that. It flows nicely, So I want to see a good boxing match between these two. I want to see a good striking match. I want to see these two and see how they match up. But if it goes into the clinch, Irene's going to have to turn it up. And hopefully with Alexa Grasso winning that belt, I hope it brings a fire into that camp. and ignites a fire in Irene Aldana where she can go in there and say, okay, I got to perfect my ground game, and hopefully she can, reverse some of those clinches or even take Raquel Pennington down in this fight and control her. Give us a different look. Who am I picking in this fight? It's kind of a pick 'em for me. I think it's a 50-50 fight, even though Rocky won the first time around. If I had to really, if I had to pick and you really asked me, I probably would say it might be Rocky again, because I think people always look to the Amanda fight and think that she's damaged goods. And I was one of those fans too that was just kind of like, oh, she might be too damaged to go on. But she's shown some resilience in her last few fights. I mean, her last 5 fights, and she's been coming back stronger. So I think that was just the Amanda Nunes thing. But yeah, she seems tougher. She's been going hard in her sparring and training with some of these younger fighters, like even with Miranda Maverick. She's been posting up shots of that. So she's been going hard as of lately. So to think that Irene Aldana has built up her skills enough to take out Rocky, I don't know about that, because I think Rocky still has the IQ, and she still knows how to go in there and get the job done. But yeah, as far as how the fight goes, it's 50-50 to me. I don't see anybody getting stopped in this fight, and I don't really, like I said, I don't really care for this one, because I'm going to watch it. Like, I wouldn't have, if I was a matchmaker, I wouldn't even thought of making this fight at this point, because as far as like what fans want to see and how the first fight was, it was just a split decision. And just with Amanda Nunes needing somebody, I would have put one of these fighters in there with Amanda and made the other one fight Juliana Pena. That's how I would have done it, right? But yeah, let me know, guys, what y'all think. But yeah, the fight's in like 2 weeks. But yeah, shout out to one of my subscribers just wanting to, know about the fight. But yeah, May 20th, check it out. It's the main event for that UFC Fight Night card. But let me know what y'all think, who you got in this fight. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.